Aw, man. Come on now. Hmm. Let's see. That's better. I'm gonna scoot closer. Oh, my TV's bright right now. Focus on my face, please. Oh, Oh, my flash was on. Mm. Song's nasty. Okay, so pretty much my girlfriend was being a big gay, and I was like, alright, but you ain't want to call me. I'm finding another girlfriend. So now we're playing the language of love to find a better significant other. To be petty. That's super bright. Let's get back. Dang, I can't. Mm. That's my phone. You know that's not that bad. Okay. I'll start playing in just a second. Hmm. Okay. We'll give it just one more minute. Song's fire. That bussin'. Alright. I guess I'll start. Alright. Dang, my TV's bright. I sometimes wonder if other 23-year-olds feel quite as old as I do. I'm only 23. I try to reassure, I can't say it myself. I still have my whole life ahead of me. I moved out of my tiny village and I've gone to study in a city near Tokyo so I can get in a good university. I'm going to pass my university entrance exams, I'm going to work hard, and then when I finally put my education behind me, I'm going to get a good career. I'll achieve things with my life even if it kills me. I just want to succeed. I have a lot to look forward to, and I've barely taken my first steps into adulthood. There's no time to get depressed now. That's the spirit. You know what? I'm taking this off because it's like... Dude, why is the... My TV is bright, man. But no matter what I tell myself, it never sticks. Sometimes these words help me get to sleep at night, but they seem particularly hollow and empty when I'm at a cram school. Surrounded by students almost 5 years younger than me. I really am getting old. I'm old compared to my peers at least. I think I might be the oldest in my class. The others are all 18 with a handful of 19-year-olds sprinkled here and there. Even my teacher, Miss Sonu, I'm not saying that, looks to be around 25 or 26. Now that's a grim thought. I must be closer in age to my teacher than I am my classmates. Not that they really feel like my classmates. Cram school doesn't feel like real school either. It's a place where failures and dropouts go so they can relearn all the things they should have learned back in high school. We don't cover any new material, we just rehash everything we were taught in the past over and over again in a loop. It feels like I'm going around in circles, swallowing my own tail with each step like an... I don't know what that is. I've only been in this city for about a week and I'm already exhausted. Paradoxically, my days here are less packed than they were when I lived out in the countryside. Other than cram school, my days are almost depressingly empty. I get up in the mornings, brush my teeth and put on my clothes. I catch the train to cram school and then sit at my desk for hours reading textbooks and then answering the teacher's questions. We have a lot of practice exams papers to work through, so there's always something to study for. Though the exams themselves are 8 months away. When I'm done with school, I take the train back home, and then I am I tripping? And then while my time away until the night final exam. There are too many hours in the evenings, and I just don't know how to fill them. My classmates look like they lead fun, exciting lives. I bet that's why they failed their university entrance exams in the first time around. They're too busy going to bars, karaoke parlors, or the arcade. But nobody's invited me to a bar or karaoke parlor or an arcade. I'm too old. Perhaps I could have had a painless time if I'd been told a few white lies when Miss Whatever asked us to introduce ourselves during the first day of school, but I didn't. For some ungodly reason, I was seized by a sudden need to tell the truth, and I confessed my real age to my classmates. I wanted them to know right off the bat that my name is Tanimura Mitsuki. Yeah, like the actress, but it's not written the same way. And I'm 23 years old. I might be a bit older than the rest of you, try a lot, but I hope we can get along in the future. Star. As if. I think I could have made a few friends if I kept my shameful secret under wraps. I mean, it's not like I look much older than everyone else, but it's too late now. The cat's already out of the bag. My classmates don't want to associate with me. They don't even want to look at me. I can't say I blame them either. I'm only 23 and I feel positively ancient, though I'm closer to 20 than 30, and the world should be my oyster. How can the world be my oyster, I asked, when I never had the opportunity to cast out my net. Now I'm afraid I'll never get the chance. That was a long prologue. I'm only 23. Just 23. Already 23. Isn't that old enough already? But my protests are all in vain and time continues to tick away. I sigh as I walk down the street, my hands firmly planted inside my pockets. Today was yet another day at cram school, and it was just as dull as and uneventful as the last. I might be living in the heart of Japan now, but I feel even lonelier than I did back at Aomori. At least back in the sticks, I still had my parents and my grandmother and a few assorted aunts and uncles I could talk to. I had friends too until they flew to the coop. Still, even after they cleared off, I wasn't entirely on my own. I knew someone who stopped by my family's old-fashioned candy store, and people used to talk to me as I counted their change. People weren't above smiling and laughing and telling jokes in Aomori, but even with a loser like me, it's different now. I knew the city would be different, of course, but I'd always imagined it in my naive, or maybe you could call it optimism, that it would be different in a positive way. I never believed, not in my wildest dreams, that I'd be so isolated while living on the fringe of the biggest city in the world. Life's full of surprises. Sadly, there's not always pleasant surprises. We got a new character. Okay. Mitsuki. Ha. My footsteps fall against the dull gray pavement with a series of gray duds.
Did you ever find the dumb crap out?
That was scary. That was so loud. Did I find the dumb crap out? My password? I'd like know it, but I don't. I just have to go through a list of them. Everything's dull and gray in the rundown part of Kawasaki, I call home. The high-rise building, which don't rise quite as
Emoji
high
happy tears.
as those 20 minutes down the Teriyaki line. I am.
Starved rappin' like Slim.
The sidewalk, which is fringed by the curve and lined with street lamps, even the sky, which looks grim and dark and downcast, is utterly miserable. I wonder if it's going to rain. I sure hope not. I should hurry. I passed the gates of a small playground driven by the single-minded desire to get inside before the heavens unleash their load of unsuspecting head. Oh, on my unsuspecting head. I was like, when? Not here. It's not here either. So I'm Mitsuki. I don't know that. Now what could that be? Where is it? Where'd it go?
What is this, like an anime high school game ab love?
Yeah. That's what it is. I hope. I can't see the speaker, but their voice sounds breathy and high-pitched. Their frantic words are choked with tears, and it's obvious they're upset. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that voice belongs to a little kid. I mean, why else would they be in the playground? I wonder what happened. Oh, we're in the playground. I open the low metal gate, which parts with a creak, and glance around. The playground is fairly nondescript, much like everything else around these parts. I can see a few swings and slides, but they are rusty with age, just like the gate. It's all very practical, or typical, standard, uninteresting. Well, what else would there be here? A portal to another dimension? Oh, it's a child! What is happening? There is, however, a young girl. The girl is crouched on the ground by the swings. Her hair is short and dark, and her eyes are filled with tears. I don't make a habit of talking to young kids, but something about her looks vaguely familiar. I wonder why. Sad girl. Mama told me not to go outside. I should have listened, but she hiccups.
You make her happy.
Huh? Now hold up. That's weird. Don't talk like that. She hiccups, her shoulders tremble, it looks like she's crying. Is there anything I can do to help? Excuse me. Oh! Oh! The little girl jumps at my introduction, timid though it is. She must have been sobbing so much she didn't hear the great
Make her happy now.
or my approaching footsteps. Sniffling frantically. Is she trying to suck her snot back up into her nostrils? She lifts her head and wipes her red eyes with the back of her arm. Do I know you? Gee, I don't know, do you? The girl frowns. She looks confused. I guess that wasn't the nicest greeting in the world. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Is something wrong? Yeah, something bad happened. Bad? I crouch down beside the girl, bringing our faces level. Like what exactly? It's all my fault. You won't tell my mama, will you? That depends on what your problem is. Will you tell me what's wrong? Please, I can't help if I don't know. You'll help me? I'd like to if you'd let me.
Yes, I will.
Well, the thing is, I kinda lost the key to my house. Your key? I can't get it back I can't get back in without it. And where do you live exactly? Over there. The girl points at a nearby apartment complex. Ah, now I understand. That must be why the girl looks so familiar. She lives in the same building
She
I do.
estrina trap you, she es low-key a man.
I mean, hey. She lives in the same building I do. I must have seen her in passing before, but her face never registered my mind. Well, I doubt I'll forget her after this. So, were you at home by yourself? That's right. Mom left to go to the store. She told me to stay inside, but she was gone for a long time. I got hungry, so I used the spare key and went to the convenience store. And then you dropped your key? Do you know when your mother will be back? The girl shakes her head fondly. How long has she been gone? I don't know. I think she left around 4. So it's been over an hour then. That really is a long time to leave such a little girl at home on her own. What about your dad? He dead. Don't have one. Don't have one. Oh, well, talk about awkward. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? It's not your fault. Haha, I guess you're right. And how long have you been looking for your key?
My dad went to get the milk.
So, I don't know. Forever? The little girl looks at me earnestly, her eyes wide, in a manner things suggest it really might have been forever. But knowing how kids are, I decide to err on the side of that caution. Translated from a child's parlance, forever equates to about 10 minutes, maybe less. That does sound like a predicament. I'll tell you what, would you like to help me search for your key? You would? I can't promise I'll find it, but I'll do my best. We should be careful, though. It looks like it's gonna rain soon. Right. Then we should start looking. Mama always says 2 heads are better than 1. The girl clasped her hands together with a newfound determination. Her eyes are still red
She
and puffy,
finna
but at
got
least
for the
she
key.
stopped crying. Do I deserve some kind of trophy? So, mister. Yes, what is it? I was wondering, what's your name? It's Mitsuki. Mitsuki. That's a pretty name. She hits on me. I'm glad you think so. At least this girl won't make wisecracks about the actress Tanemura Mitsuki. What is that? Oh my god. Probably because she's never heard of her. And what's your name? I'm Tama. It's nice to meet you. Tama, is it? I guess you have a pretty name too. Really? Sure, it's nice to meet you, Tama. It's nice to meet you too, Mitsuki.
It is pronounced Mitsubishi.
Hey. Tama tugs at my arm, her eyes large and imploring. Now I know your name and you know mine. Does that make us friends? Friends? Huh? Tama's a bit too young to be my friend, but it's not like I have droves of people hammering at my door begging for my attention. Depressing though it is, Tama's the first person I met this week who seems interested in forming any kind of relationship with me. I guess at this point I should take whatever scraps of kindness I can get.
She finna give you the PMC.
Oh my god, Hunter. Stop, it's so loud when you comment. Sure, I'll be your friend. Yay, thanks Mitsuki. Tama beams brightly, her woe over her missing key all but forgotten, and I return her smile without thinking. There's a lot of people around Tokyo. I see them crammed on the trains during my morning commute and sliding through the streets as I wend my weary way back home for some reason, though they
Is it
never
only
look
loud
very
when I
happy.
comment?
No, it's loud when anyone does, but it's just loud. I'm not complaining heavy, but relax. There isn't enough happiness in the world. I'm glad that if only for a few seconds I was able to brighten this young girl's day. All it took was a few words. Man, I wish I was a kid again. Straight up. Oh, it went
She
dark.
look 1-1.
She looks 1-1. It's not here either. I sigh and straighten up, wiping my hands on my pants. Are you sure you dropped the key in the playground, Tama? That's right. At least I think I did. I don't know. 1 second. I had it and next it was gone. And when was the last time you saw your key? Tama's brow creases. She lifts from foot to foot, her little fingers clenched up front. Is she trying to remember through sheer force of will? I guess that's kind of admirable in a way, but I don't want her to overexert herself.
Stop flirting with the 11-year-old
I
gosh.
know, it's weird. I don't know. I don't know when I last had it. I locked the front door like Mama taught me and I put the key in my pockets, but then, I don't know anything else. I see. If Tama doesn't remember the last time she saw her key,
Yay that's my job.
there's a chance she might have dropped it in the playground after all. It could have fallen out of a hole in her pocket when she walked into the convenience store or when she was examining the cute and colorful snacks lined up in the shelves inside. We've been searching the playground, leaving no pebble unturned for the last hour or so, but we haven't made any progress.
Yeah, go get them.
Tama's key continues to elude us no matter how much we search. My knees and my palms are dirty from kneeling on the ground, and the sky looks grayer and steelier than before. It's a blatantly unwelcoming sky with thick and heavy clouds which says in no uncertain terms, leave. A cold wind runs through the small playground, a rusty swing set creaks ominously, and the roundabout turns a few degrees with the dull screech of a medieval torture instrument. I shiver and adjust the strap of my messenger bag on my shoulder. This isn't looking so good. Oh no. Am I ever gonna find my key, Mitsuki? Am I gonna be stuck in this playground forever? What if my mama never comes home? I don't want to stay outside in the playground all night. It's cold here and I'm scared. I want to go home. I miss my mama. Tears trickle from Tama's matted eyelashes, but trickle is perhaps too delicate
Help
of
her,
a
she
word
is
to
stuck.
describe this flown. That's weird. I don't know what's gonna happen. The way it seems, though, it seems sketchy. Either I bet her mama's gonna be like mad hot, and we're gonna like hook up with it or something. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you saved my kid. That's very heroic of you." Her face is turning red and brown tears the size of
Man finna
100
pull
yen
OJ
coins drip
Simpson.
down her cheeks. OJ killed people. Hey, Tama. I look at the sobbing girl, her tiny body hunched in on itself with trepidation. I want to comfort her, but I don't know what to do. We're still virtual strangers, and I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. I shiver. Overhead, the sky darkens, and clouds are thicker than ever. Any seconds now, it's going to... Ah.
So you never know.
It's raining.
Rain Rice.
I kick her. Looks like it started to rain. Tama sniffles and wraps her arms around her middle. It's cold. My clothes are gonna get wet. I don't like the rain. I don't think anybody likes the rain unless you're like a tree. Or maybe a lazy, apathetic teenager who really doesn't want to take part in their school's annual sports festival. I've been there myself. I used to pray for the
Jeffrey
rain before
Epstein?
those big sports events every year. It was kind of like a tradition. Though I lived in the countryside during my formative years, I've never been big on athletics. It must have been because of my build or maybe my constitution. Speaking of which, if I leave Tama in the rain for too long, her constitution is going to take a severe battering. She's only a little kid, and kids can't catch colds more easily than adults. I don't want her getting sick. It'll probably keep raining for a while. I guess we're going to have to stop looking for your key. We can't keep it up in this weather. Does that mean you're going to leave me out here? I thought we were friends. Of course I'm not going to leave. Of course I'm not going to abandon you, silly. I'm not that heartless. Why don't you come and wait in my apartment for a bit? You can stay until the rain lets up or until your mother
Be right
comes
back.
back.
I'm going to pull a Mac Miller.
It's getting weird. It's getting weird. What do you think? Is that really okay? Of course it's okay. It's totally fine. What about it? Do you want to come with? If it's alright, then I'd like that. Dude, this is kidnapping.
Yay, she is getting pretty sus.
This is kidnapping. My mama told me not to go running off with strangers, but you're not a stranger. You're my friend. Absolutely. Thank you, Mitsuki. Hey Mitsuki, you're hurting me. I know that. I know that. Then, then why don't you be more careful, you big dummy? I recall the words my mother told
Emoji
me
flushed
once
face.
years ago when I was Tama's age and I was squirming in her lap just as much as Tama is in mine. It's supposed to hurt? My 6-year-old self was angry at my mother for issuing such a matter-of-fact response, and it looks like Tama's no different. Tama's no different. Tama was crying in the park only 10 minutes ago, lamenting her sad fate, but she's recovered considerably after her escape from the elements.
You this is sus.
You're right. Now thoroughly re-energized, Tama squirms and kicks and very nearly bashes my nose with her flailing elbow. Why'd you want to hurt me? You're mean. I thought we were friends. It's because we're friends that I'm fussing over you like this. Good gracious. Now hold still, I'll never be able to clean you up like this. But I don't want to be clean. I like being dirty. Well, too bad. We can't always have what we want in life. You should be old enough to know that by now. I scrub at Tama's hair with the plain white towel fished from the bathroom. Tama's hair isn't all that wet. We weren't foolish enough to linger outside in the rain for too long, but I don't want to take any chances. My apartment isn't new per se. I bet this old ramshackle building is even more ancient than I am. But it's new to me. And I don't want to get water all over the tatami floor. Not that it would matter that much, I guess. The tatami is already stained and discolored from the previous inhabitants. So are the walls and ceiling. It's okay! Since I don't have a couch, I had to sit Tama down on my lap. Her behind is bonier than I imagined. And she isn't very comfortable burden to bear. She isn't heavy, which is a plus, but she keeps wiggling like a fish, which makes it hard to keep a hold on her. You're a bully. That's right. Don't agree with me, but it's true. You're the worst. I know, I'll prove it too. I attack Tama's head with more intensity than before. I massage her scalp with my white towel while she shrieks and kicks her feet and tries to squirm her way off my lap. I've got to say this is a pretty uncomfortable arrangement. Man, I wish I had a couch. This apartment came more or less unfurnished, and I have gotten around to decorating just yet. Haven't. I did buy a cheap boxy TV from a nearby pawn shop, but that's more because I felt sorry for the elderly store owner than because I actually wanted it. It's not a good TV. What can you expect for 2,000 yen? I'm pretty sure 2,000 yen is like mad cheap. But it gets the job done. It stops me feeling too lonely in the evenings. Excluding the TV, however, this room is more or less empty. There are no couches, no bookshelves, no pictures on the walls. I should probably spruce this place up. But what's the point? It's not like I get any visitors. Other than Tama, of course. My best bud. Why are you being so mean? I don't want you catching a cold or roaming around my room like a damp dog dripping water everywhere. But I like dogs. I like dogs too. But what does that have to do with anything? You're the one who brought them up. Huh? $18? Yeah, it's cheap. It was just a simile. Simile? A simile is when you liken something to something. I look at the top of Tama's tousled head. Her choppy hair is sticking up in all directions like a bird's nest and sigh. You know what? Never mind. There's no point of lecturing Tama about finger points of linguistics. I can't speak. Linguistics. I'm not her teacher. Now, can't you try and behave yourself? If you just sat patiently like nice girls, this wouldn't take so long. But you're pulling my hair! Well, sorry, princess. I'm not used to looking after little girls. In case you hadn't noticed, my hair is shorter than yours. You're even meaner than Mama. She pulls my hair a lot when she brushes it, but you're 10 billion times worse. I haven't had any practice. Then you shouldn't put your hands on my head. I'm not doing this because I want to. I'm trying to keep you dry and my apartment too. It's not like it even matters. Your apartment is ugly anyways. Oh, it is it? Yup. My left eye twitches. Tama's only speaking the truth, harsh though it is. Little kids are like that. They haven't learned about flattery, so they say whatever on their minds, no matter how, I don't know if that said biting. I shouldn't be annoying at her, but this is my home she's talking smack about. It's not a nice home, I'll admit it, but it's my home all the same. Then what's your apartment like, huh? I can't imagine it's much different to mine. It is different. Our apartment is small, but Mama made it look pretty. There are pictures on the walls and shelves and lots of cats. Cats? I thought our landlord didn't allow pets. We have a calendar on the wall with cat photos, and Mama lets me turn each page at the start of every month. I see. Well, your apartment does sound like a lot nicer than mine. Huh? You see? But that doesn't mean I'm going to let you mess up my place. Or my place up. Now stop being a brat. This will be over before you know it. Why, Mitsuki, I thought you were my friend! Tama's uncooperative wails fill the room, and I'm a little worried the neighbors will overhear and file some kind of complaint. I don't want my neighbors to hate me. I guess I'd better finish drying Tampa's hair pronto. Her hair's pretty short, but it's quite thick, and it takes a while to clean. To take matters worse, she absolutely refuses to sit still. I hope I can finish this chore soon, for both of our sake. I'm not sure which of us is going to snap first. Oh, it's dark. Okay, well, there's Tama again. Hey, Tama, are you still mad at me? Tama turns her back to me, eyes narrowed. The little brat is busy staring at my small boxy TV, which I turned on to stop her whining. I thought it was a pretty ingenious plan, but it might have been a little too effective. Tama's so glued to the TV she hasn't glanced at me, let alone speak to me for the last 5 minutes. That TV show, whatever it is, must be really engrossing. Either that or she hates me so much she can't stand in the same room as me. Tama, what are you watching? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop it. Tama snorts again, but she doesn't reply. Well, it's not like I care, I was just trying to be nice. At least Tama's hair is dried now, if a bit messy. Unfortunately, her clothes are still kind of damp, her shirt clings to her, and her knees of her denim pants are all muddy. I could have run a bath for the little madame and put her dirty clothes in the washing machine, but drying her hair was enough of a chore. She never deigned to wear any of my old shirts now, especially as she seems to regard me as her mortal enemy. Friendship can be such a fickle thing. Tama, are you sure you don't want to talk? Tama doesn't reply, not with words at least. Instead, she turns her head and sticks out her tongue. Jeez. I hope I wasn't this annoying when I was young. No response. Hey, you should be grateful, you know. I'm trying to look out for you. This, at least, is enough to unstick Tama's tongue. She faces me, smirking wickedly as she says, I think you're the one that needs somebody to look out for you. What was that? Your room is so small and dirty it's gross, and so are you. I thought you were nice, but you're a rotten bully just like Ketch. I don't know who Ketch is, but I know enough to realize this isn't a compliment. Oh, cut it out. I did you a favor. At least you could do is thank me. Thanks. You're so nice, Mitsuki. But Tama's voice clearly is flat. Without any inflection at all, it's clear she doesn't mean it. Why, you little... I grip my teeth together and take a I need to keep my cool. Maybe Tama's acting up because she's worried about her mother. To be honest, I'm starting to worry about her mother too. Where is she? Do you think your mother will be back soon, Tama? Don't know. Do you have any way to contact her? Nope. Does your mother go out without you quite often? Sometimes. Well, then I guess we might be waiting for a while. Maybe. I sigh. Just what kind of person is Tama's mother anyways? What possessed her to abandon her young daughter? Judging by Tama's responses, this doesn't seem to be one-off, but it must happen on a semi-regular basis. Tama might be a brat, but arguing with her won't get me anywhere. It'll just make the
Cool
pair of
blanket.
us unhappy. Thank you. Yeah, my girlfriend got me this blanket. Too bad she don't love me. Hence why I'm trying to play this game. I'm trying to get some women, dog. But no, I'm just talking to a 4-year-old toddler for no reason. Tama might be a brat, but arguing won't make us get anywhere. This situation is depressing enough
Same.
as it is with...
Yes, I do.
What? With all the raining falling outside the window. Maybe I should do something to cheer us up. Hey Tama, I was wondering. You're not hungry, are you? We got some excitement. Tama tries to feign indifference. We are mortal enemies after all, but her intrigue is blatantly obvious. How cute. I might be a little hungry, maybe. So that's a yes. Yeah. I was waiting for Mom to come home and make dinner, but she never did. I only brought some bread at the convenience store. I didn't want to ruin my appetite. Dude, my chair scared me. I thought someone was stepping behind me. Mama spends a lot of time cooking, so I try to eat
Her
the
age
food
is
she
on the
makes.
clock, so.
You know what that means on her. But I don't really like green peppers. Ugh. Tama whispers the phrase green peppers as though it's some kind of voodoo curse. Do you eat the green peppers your mama makes, Tama? Sometimes. Green peppers are gross, but Mama says they're good for me, so I
She
try.
can get this Kong.
That brother is starving. It doesn't always work, though. Maybe that's why Mama hasn't come back home. It's because I spit out my green peppers and hide them when she isn't looking. She must have known I have been a baddie girl. This might be a punishment. Hey, don't be silly, Tama. I'm silly? Yeah, you're not a bad girl. There's no way. Well, she was being quite badly behaved when I dried her hair, but I might be particularly to blame for that. I should have been gentler. Spitting out your food is quite naughty, but I can understand your feelings. I don't like green peppers much either. You don't? Nah, they're so bitter. My mom told me I learned to like them. But, sorry. My mom told me I learned to like them when I became an adult, and I'm an adult now. In the legal sense, at least. And I still can't stand them. My mom is the same. She says all
Pick.
adults eat green peppers without complaining. Who said that? That sounded...
Pucks.
my mom is the same. She says all adults eat green peppers without complaining. Well, I don't. I see, so Mama was lying? I don't think she was lying, she was just... Does that mean you're not a real adult, Mitsuki? I do wonder about that sometimes. For an adult, you're not very tall. I get that a lot. So how about the food? Can I make you something if you'd like? I might not look it, but I am a pretty decent cook. I don't know. Mama told me she wouldn't be out too long. I always eat dinner with her.
KFJ.
I know that, but your mama isn't back yet, is she? After trying her hair, I asked a receipt and... You know, I can't read it, I'm sorry. These... Tama tried to take her own apartment. The lights were off, and I thought I knocked on the door, but I didn't receive any reply. In the end, I slid a note beneath the door with my apartment number written on it. My reasoning was, no, let's be positive here. When Tama's mother returns, she'll be able to find her daughter again with ease. I still haven't seen any signs of her there. I wonder what's going on. I guess you're right. Mama goes out on her own sometimes, but she usually comes back after a few minutes. Tama glances at the clock hanging on the wall. It's past 7 already, and the sun outside is starting to set. I'm worried about her. Oh, the poor thing. As the adult here, I need to try to cheer her up as my job, my duty, and my responsibility. Maybe this will take her mind off her mother if nothing else. Alright. I'll roll up my sleeves and get to my feet. I'm going to start making dinner. Huh? You really going to cook for me? That's right. I'll whip up something delicious and there won't be any green peppers in it either, I promise. I don't know. I should wait for the mama to come back, but, well, I can try your food, Mitsuki. If it isn't too icky. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. Guess I'll have to do my very best. Now, what do you think about a nice warm plate of omelet rice? What the? Do they eat that normally? That sounds terrible. Ah, omelet rice. Do you like omelet rice, Tama? It's one of my favorites! Haha, I knew it. The little kid doesn't love omelet rice. I think I read that wrong. I think I've hit onto a winning idea. I just hope Tama's mother comes back soon. There's only so much I can do to keep Tama entertained, and omelet rice won't be enough to fix all our problems.
Why does it sound like that leaked JD and eats each and didn't?
I don't know, man. Where is Tama's mother anyways? Oh, cutscene. Hold up, I'm waiting on... I guess it didn't come through. But by the time I finish making Tama's food, the sun has set and the stars have come out to play. Scratching my leg. I flick on the light and then take a seat by Tama's side at the low table in the living dining room. So, I set the plate of omelet rice on the table before my youngest guest. I only made one portion, but I'm starting to regret it. The omelet rice looks pretty good if I say so myself. What in God's name? That looks like a really cheap pie with ketchup on it. That looks terrible.
I am German. Listenage didn't fifty fudel full bean wasn't didn't since nas.
That was the worst, like, impression of the German language. The omelets is in an even yellow color, a little like the pudding you might buy at a convenience store, but less artificial. The smooth, unbroken omelet is topped with ketchup and filled with rice. The rice itself is fried in a wok, but it's filled in chopped up bits of sausage, carrot, and peas. True to my words, there's not a single green pepper in sight, whole or diced. The meal was rather simple to make, and I slapped it together with a few ingredients still in my fridge. I needed to use up all my eggs before they were rancid, and the carrots had been lying uneaten in the bottom shelf of my fridge for more than a week. I'm not bad at cooking, but I don't really like cooking for myself. I can't get fired when I'm the only person who will eat the finished product. Fair enough. Maybe it sounds spoiled, but if I am gonna put it in the work, I'd like to be complimented for it. What's the point in trying if nobody knows how much effort you'd expended? Fair enough. Hunter, stop doing that. It's so loud and it's just a bunch of gibberish. During my time in the city, I've been subsiding mostly on microwavable meals and instant noodles. I bought a bunch of groceries when I first moved in the city. Marsh moved in with the lawfully idealistic thought that I'd take care of my health and eat 5 fruits or veggies a day, but that didn't happen. Oh well, at least I had a chance to show off my cooking prowess today. I guess picking up those eggs wasn't a complete waste. Mitsuki. Did you make this yourself? That's right, while you were watching your silly kids anime. Pretty Magical Pumpkin is not silly. Hey man, I'ma keep it real. I would watch Pretty Magical Pumpkin. That sounds a banger. Right, I'm sorry. What I meant to say is while you were watching your very smart and clever kids anime. Pretty Magical Pumpkin is just for kids. Isn't just for kids. Adult watch it too. Maybe some weirdos do. That's Riley. Mama watches it with me and she isn't a weirdo. Mama likes pumpkin too, she does. I'm sure she does. She does. At least I'm sure that's what she tells Tama.